Hi, I'm CGR and this is the day. Hi, I'm CGR and this is day 2 of CGR Documenting 101. So today is Sunday, 18th February, and let's set a 10-minute timer again and do this thing. Stopwatches. Okay. How has this been? This week been? The work is good. I always feel that I should do more and I could have done more, but that's what I have done. I think I'm trying to do better every day. I'm trying to compare myself to what I was yesterday and not someone who is today. Like, it's a fourth rule of 12 rules of life from Jordan B. Peterson. It's compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not who someone is today. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I think I need more momentum. I need to do more things. I need to move faster towards my goal, because I always have a sense that time is running out, something like that. I have been extraordinarily happy this week, much more. I feel more connectedness and being around people more. I've been being around, talking more to people than I generally do, like in the last few, like college. During college, it was like I used to talk to a lot of people every day. I almost felt like I am an extrovert, but then it tends to go back to default, which I think is introversion is my default, but I try to tweak it so that I am not stuck because of the default predisposition that I have. So that's going on. And then in the work, I'm trying to, like, I have to grow. I'm like trying to put in, like, not just the work but strategic work of my own personal branding type of work. Like, I have shot a video today. I'm gonna edit and post it, but I feel that I should have been doing more, but we cannot, of course, see what I could have done better and try to do better from this instance. Like, there is also a thing that I find very amusing. Like, this is very interesting part of the how humans take action and how we can trick ourselves kind of to take action. It's like breaking things down into small chunks. Like, this was the best put by Alex Hormozy. He said that if an instruction is broken down to small enough doable actionable items, then people wouldn't find it difficult to do. Like, for example, he gave an example that run an ad. For example, I say someone to run an ad. Now, the person may, if he has an experience, he may just go and do all the process, all the steps that is involved in running an ad. So he can just go and do that ad. But if the person is not that much experience and that much knowledge, if he does not have, then it might be better to do it in the operationalized way. So operationalizing is like open the put the turn. Operationalize is basically how the surgery is made. Like, although they are professionals, they always go through a sequence of steps that they need to take out the scissors, have these instruments in line, check the light, like, they need to operationalize things so that to the maximum efficiency. So that's how turn on the computer, turn on this lid, open, Google Chrome, and then go to facebook.com. This is called operationalizing that thing. So in the same way, we can apply things to our daily lives. For example, if I have to clean the room, it's so big thing. For example, if it's big for someone, that you may not be able to do it, but if you operationalize it, like fold the bed, keep the pillow there, fold the bed, like you cannot make a list of it, but if you just say yourself that I am gonna fold the bed, I'm gonna put the pillow there, I'm gonna take the hanky, take the cloth to clean, I'm just gonna dust this desk, like small actionable items. Also, related to this, there is also by Jordan B. Peterson that he also says about doing small things. Basically, start with doing something that you should do and something that you would do. That is, I feel that it's very profound. So life's going pretty good. Like, I am trying to improve in, like, I have improved a lot in badminton, I have improved a lot in design. I need to, put up an agency and build my personal own brand, because right now I feel I have only one leverage, which is my own skill set and my own time. So I'm just trading my skill set and time. Leverage is gonna grow, but the leverage of content and personal brand, it's much more like initial investment it asks, but on a long term it gives more return for the least amount of effort. So that's, I need to work, I know that. One of my friends is becoming a therapist. What are my views about that? Like, I'm just saying this for no specific person or specific reason, but do people require therapy? Maybe yes, they require someone to talk to, someone to share their feelings with, and often people do not get that, in especially in kind of environment that where people live away from their family and do not make deep friendships, because most things are transactional, especially in the modern world. So maybe people require therapy because they are not able to talk to another human being. So in therapy, they will get a person to talk to whom they can express themselves, and they see that a person is listening to them. That in itself will be able to help. And then there are methods with which the therapist lets them talk and express their feelings, and also guide them out of the rabbit hole. But saying all that, it may be very helpful for someone, but I feel it's also, especially men, I don't feel that it may not work for some men, because they will feel that, because especially men always feel that the people are doing something for them because of what they can do or provide it as a transactional thing. I don't know, I just kind of have a feeling, especially after Andrew Tate, this all fucking talk. So yeah, the men, so they're paying people to do it, so that they may not then feel that it's something innate that people want to listen to them, something like that. But also the thing is, with I feel this with therapy, the manifestation, as people say, like, it kind of feels hopeless to me. I don't know why, but it kind of feels hopeless to me. Like, I don't need to do something to become better. Like, you do need to they say that you need to take this action. But kind of this whole spirituality thing, like, I know it's very good and it has some many merits, but innately people, like, not just innately, the sense that is conveyed a little bit is that you don't need to do anything, things will come to you. You don't need to change something about yourself. Like, people need to accept you as you are. No, they don't. I think you need to grow into a person, you need to be something, you need to improve. Especially when you are young, you are not a well made person or well solidified personality. You need to grow, and people around you can influence and change you and build you to that personality. It's like if you're saying to a 18-year-old, you are exactly who you are, like, you are perfect as the way you are. No, you are not. You don't know anything about the world. You don't have a job. You probably don't know how to handle relationships, like I even don't. So we need to learn, we need to grow. We are not as who we are, but yeah, the innate qualities that people, we need to learn and grow as who we are. So yeah, the problem is that actions, yes. I feel that if you say someone that if you take action and then you can change the course of the things that going on, then it's very uplifting that yes, there is something that I can do about the situation. If it's like this is who I am, then I cannot do anything about the situation, then it's like, oh, I'm fucked. But also there is a predisposition, genetic predisposition, which is also trained by the environment we grew up in, which we don't necessarily need to change. Like, for example, I like to talk to people more one-on-one than in groups. So, and some extroverts too like to talk people to in groups than one-on-one. So I try to change that, or I find someone who also likes talking one-on-one, which will be better one-on-one side. So I was watching a video in which Alex Hormozy, first time he made a video on the relationships, which I dearly needed. I have watched the starting 25% of it 2 times, and now I'm gonna implement that part first and then move on to the rest, which he has conveyed. Like, he operationalizes everything that I love about that man. So yeah, so in the relationship he said that you don't it's it's you have to spend your whole life with one person. Like, that's the relation romanticism scenario, which is generally accepted in the modern world, although historically we also did had pair bonding, but regardless, romanticism, like, you have to get everything from one person, etc., etc. So he said that there is a person who loves the things that are negative about you. For example, I don't like going every day out to anywhere, like party or anywhere. I like, let's go once a week to somewhere good. Let's go once a month to eat at a very good place, not every day at a dhaba, for example. So that's something I like. Other days I like to work on my endeavors and just exercise. Sports is something that I can do every day. So that same thing can be a positive for someone, that same thing can be a negative for someone. So we should better find that thing which is your negative is a positive for someone. Like, there will be some things that you Like you won't have to mind about it, but there are things that you should, just, this is why I'm a person who also likes that thing, who also likes that will be much better, especially in the modern world where there are options, where are people are able to connect. You don't, like, if play according to variables of the present environment rather than trying to miss the variables that are not present in the environment. Like, days were like this, it was so good, but it is not anymore. Play with the variables that are present in the environment right now. So mm, when this everything is so connected, when everything is so readily available, and when people are like, once you go above a certain part in the Maslow's hierarchy, there is no settling. People are not settling because it's not that they are evil now, it's just that we have crossed a basic needs on the Maslow's hierarchy. It's not something like Kali Yuga. I say it often in just to joke about it, but it's just a natural cycle that had to happen and that has happened. So yeah. Where was I? Yeah, when things are, the variables are like this, we need to optimize for the best. Yeah, we can have it all now, so we could have it all. Yes, this is also not a change that people have been through, like people are becoming bad in some sense, people convey, but I don't think so at all. It's just technology. It continues to improve, and whenever technology will improve, there will be a chaos and a loss of order. The order was like everyone will get married by a certain age, will go through a certain process, but whenever there will be technological change, there will be chaos. And chaos, the world is more chaotic than ever because more technological innovations have been happening. In fact, I don't think that there is much cultural change that people say that, like, feminism happened, etc., this thing happened. Like, there is very less steer that you can do to change things. I feel more of it is just a technological standpoint that changes things. The motor of the washing machine, the mixie, refrigeration, these gave women more rights and more free time to do things on their own, more than any feminist or any movements did. The sexual revolution in which the contraception was created, it created more liberation for, in that sense, than any cultural change did. It was the basis. It was not that feminism. People culturally caught up after that. It's always technology that brings the chaos. Yes, we do need some order in that, and maybe I don't think that culturally we can steer things to that magnitude. I think we need some better technology to do that. That's one of my projects that I will be working on, because technology brings disruption. So technology is the one that can solve it, not about, it's, people talk a lot like people should change, but no, they are not gonna change technology on a scalable margin. That is what going to change behavior on a large spectrum for a large number of people. It's not talking about things or demeaning things. If things are available, people will do it. If sex is available or free, most people will tap into it if they can, or if their consciousness allows, if enough. And but if the cost is so low, if you can get away with it, if people can get away with killing people, people will do it. If we can get away with anything, it will be done. So I think that technology is the solution to the disruption that is caused by technology as well. Also, the influence is something else. I influence, like, there aren't that much role models. We need much more role models. So I am trying to myself become someone whom I wish I had seen. I wish who I had. Also, most problems is just nature trying to have doing something. Like, it's so pessimistic to leave everything on nature, but yes, nature is trying to. I feel that nature is trying to convey things that nature is trying to continue life. Let's now talk about work. So, I'm. I feel I'm good at learning things. That's my main key point. It's 20 minutes. I am really good at learning things. I can improve and I can find ways to do things without people telling me even. Although, that being said, when people do guide you in a certain way, you do become better at it, but you need to be receptive to that and put in an amount of effort to actually get in the state where you will be able to receive that advice. For example, while I'm learning badminton, but I go to badminton training not because I was interested in learning badminton training, but I was interested in playing badminton. And since I cannot find people to play badminton with, I decided to join the training so that I will be able to play with people, because in training people will be there who are interested in playing badminton, so I will be able to play badminton. Now I feel like I'm improving a lot in that. So initially the coaches they do not like come 1 hour lecture. This is how to hold hands, this is how to position yourself, this is how to receive this type of match, this is how to lift a smash, this is how to do a toss. No, they just go and play, and in between, if they see that you are making a mistake, then they will tell you, and if you learn good, they will tell you more things, and eventually they'll try to see that you keep learning and you keep improving. The first thing, I was told how to hold the racket. That's over, khatam gaya. Uske baad they, like, for a few weeks I wasn't they were told anything how to do. Then there was a practice going on for the tosses. Toss is like where you lift a shuttle in the upward direction. So I was doing it already because I used to play, but I was doing it wrong. Like, I was not using my whole body to make the movement, just my wrist. So I was told that you should move the whole body to do the tosses. Now I listened to it very carefully, and I implemented it, and my tosses are awesome now. Then I learned the smash. Smashes are good. Recently, and this week, I learned how to receive things, like how I was like I was not changing my thumb position. I was just hitting it the same way. It has to be hit using a thumb. So that was something. I know I could have learned everything on YouTube. If I watch every single video, I would theoretically know everything, but maybe a mentor is needed in our life so that they tell you exactly at the point when you need it, and exactly at the point you are open to receive that information. Theoretically, books and other stuffs, they, like, I can read and know everything about it. Maybe it will improve, but I think I'm realizing the human to human interaction part so needed in mentorships and coaches. Yeah. My throat is fully sore. I don't think I have drank water enough right now. So it's been 24 minutes, 33 seconds, and it's all going great. Now I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna record. I'm starting a CGR Designs podcast as in, yeah, I'm gonna share knowledge. Like, I don't have any knowledge. I'm gonna just share my experience. I will not be trying to pose as an expert, because that doesn't feel right, kind of. Yeah, so just talk about my experience in that, and then show, like, I'm not gonna make tutorials on how to make a YouTube thumbnail. I will just make how I made it, that that kind of thing, how I did it, like, whichever thumbnail I will make, I will just show how I made this thumbnail. That's it. How I wrote that prompt, how I produced that image in Midjourney. That's all. Not gonna, this is how to do it. Like, I can for some small precise topic, but not in a general sense, because I think this is time for me to not teach but just show. The same goes for here. I'm just documenting. I'm not trying to say anything or make a big point as such.